Wait a minute. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's been a while since I've done a live stream, but unfortunately, the allotment isn't looking too good. I have been away. I have been on holiday, and this is the first time I'm able to come back to the allotment. So I thought I'd do a live stream of me clearing up the paths like I've done before, try and basically cut back all the grass on the sides. And I did not realize how bad my allotment is now overgrown again. And it's grown really bad. Like really bad. Hello from USA. How you doing? Oh, I'll say what time is it there? Oh, you enjoying the World Cup over there? It's mental over there at the moment, USA. But sorry. Oh, just found another stone in the ground. But yes, I'll quickly show you guys a minute what I have been dealing with. The growth, it's just been stupid. Like really bad. So can I flip the camera around? Oh yeah, I can. Sweet. All right. So from the entranceway, we've now. This is literally just over 2 weeks growth. There's tons of fireworks. Oh yeah, Independence Day. Oh, happy Independence Day. So we didn't really do that here in the UK. Completely forgot about it, to be honest. But thank you for liking allotment series. Happy Sunday. But yes, look at all this. This is just over, well, nearly 2 weeks growth. And it's just brambles everywhere. And look how big these ones have gotten. Like, really big. This was all clear before I left. There is brambles here. I didn't know why they're red, but they're red. And we've also got a lot of bramble growth growing through our barked area. But even though it has got growth growing through it, this area has lasted a long time without any like problems. Like this area, this whole area has been really good. Like we've had hardly any growth growing through. Oh, that's getting a tan, is it? Won't be getting a tan in a minute. I'm going to rip them right out. But it's quite cool though. It's quite cool how they change colour depending on how much sun they've had. So we've had a lot of sun here. And also, we have got some brambles growing in the compost pile. So, yeah, not good at all. I think I can do that as well. That shouldn't be in there. Yeah, the goal was today was to clear our paths. I was only coming down as I've borrowed a strimmer, an electric powered strimmer from Erbauer. I was literally just gonna come down, start trimming the paths because the pathway up there by the gate is really bad. I'll show you guys. What was that? Sorry. I've seen people use torches on them, and it said it kills them on cellular level. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I could get a little torch. I have got one at work, but it's not the biggest. Um, yeah, so the gate situation is also getting quite bad. So this plot is still vacant, but the brambles from this plot are growing so far over now. So the gate opens up there. Might not be able to zoom in, but yeah, the gate opens up there, and you can see all the brambles here. They've come all the way this side. So the gate is so awkward to open. Ow. Just got attacked by brambles. Yeah, see what I mean? It's just not looking good. So I knew about this anyway. I knew this was a problem. I was going to hopefully try and tackle some of this today. I have brought some tools with me. Like I said, I didn't realize how bad my allotment is with with the brambles. It's even that bad. I got brambles stuck in the lock. There you go. And it keeps getting attacked by that one. Yeah, the grass here is okay. Fellow neighbor is keeping his area tidy, so that's why I was going to start doing my area. And then, yeah, and then I obviously noticed the massive abundance of brambles growing in the ground. So, yeah, bit annoying. Annoying. All right, let's put you back up here so I can see you guys. Right, updates. So, like I said, I have managed to borrow a battery operated trimmer this time, so I don't have to use the big portable power pack I had, because that was quite heavy, and bringing it here is a lot of effort, where with the Erbauer battery powered trimmer we got going on here, it's a lot easier. It just means that we have to keep an eye out on our battery life just to make sure we don't run out of battery. So I can get the camera set up. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is be a good neighbor, clear out my area, clear out halves, and then I'm going to start taking back some of the brambles that are in our area, probably the ones in our growing area. The three sisters are actually doing quite well. Got cucumbers already growing. I have took two of the cucumber plants. I have took the cucumbers off to see if they're going to grow, because they're really small plants at the moment. But I've got a couple of cucumber plants that are bigger, and they have got already biggish cucumbers. I didn't get round to plucking them before I went on holiday, so I'm just going to let them grow and see what happens. And the corn's looking good, and the peas are looking good. So the three sisters are looking quite healthy. It's just a shame that, yeah, it's just a shame that the brambles are being a right pain, and they just don't stop, do they? But I was warned about that. And also, it's a nice hot day, so I'm going to be sweating. Right, let's set you up over here. So first of all, I'll clear this area out. There we go. Nice. Right. So that's much easier using this, as the strimmer that I did have from before, my little electric one, the wires wasn't as strong as this. This is actually much more like stronger wire. So it's, yeah, it's just a lot easier in general. To grow brambles. Yeah, if I wanted to grow the brambles on my allotment, yeah, they wouldn't grow, would they? Yeah, of course. Flipping. Oh, so annoying. Everywhere I look, it's just brambles. Right. I love the term strimmer. So we called it, yeah, weed whacker. Yes, USA love a weed whacker. Yeah, we called it strimmer or just grass cutter. Don't know why, but yeah, it's just weird why we call it different names. All right, sorry. Just gonna try and adjust the camera a bit better. So just gonna do the pathway now down here. That's a cool firefly. Nice. The annoying thing is even though this is the path, we've still got a lot of like Carex pendula and a lot of brambles that are still in here. So they are a real pain to like strim. Strimmer doesn't like going over it. What's the little wooden structure behind me? Where to? Do you mean that one over there? Do you mean that wooden structure? Or that one over there? Because that one there is a compost bin. That one was like a growing trellis, but the person who had that allotment is now well, they vacated it, so it's basically empty. And I was planning on raiding the area because he's got a lot of bricks. Um, the trellis, yeah, it's like let's see if I get a picture of it. So it's like a massive growing frame. So I think what he had was his stuff growing up it, then along, and then I'm assuming they just dangle down like beans or cucumbers and stuff like that. Quite design. I think it's quite yeah, it's quite sturdy. So can you use it and move it? Yes, take anything. I could take it. I could take it, but um personally, I don't feel like my allotment is anywhere near ready to have anything worth growing or like a structure. Um, I was going to do a video. Um, I was going to do. Oh, Christ, that's right down. um, I was going to do a main channel video next, basically explaining why, like, the allotment. In my head, the plan for the allotment was get it, try and sort out the weed situation and get it under control, and then start building next year or the next growing season. But where I've posted the videos and they've done really well and we've had really good reception on the allotment series, it's like, oh no, I've now got to like try and keep up the pace, like try and like grow stuff and try and build stuff. But the my thinking behind it is it's going to be a lot more slower than it is going to be quick. And also this tree here, I have emailed the council about it. This tree has got a bit of a rotten problem. It's rotten from the backside. So I don't want to um I don't want to accidentally um build something here, like build something right there, and then they come and take down the tree, but they got to cut the tree, because then it might end up damaging whatever I put there. Because I want to put a shed right in that corner, because it's the place where it's going to get the least light, and it's out the way, and it's not going to block nothing from growing. Have you measured your plotting space out yet and begun to plan it out? I have planned it out in my head. It's just a bit awkward at the moment because I don't want to start building stuff and they have I don't want to start building stuff and then they start removing trees. Because it isn't just that tree. There's another couple trees behind the back of my border. Um, if they do want to remove it, it's got to come down this way. So if I start building stuff and the tree comes down, it's just going to end up on my allotment and it's going to break whatever I build. So it's a bit of a sticky one because like, and also I would rather start building stuff, preferably in the winter. It's a bit of a weird one, but with the winter, I haven't got to keep um cutting back the weeds all the time. Because at the moment, every time I'm coming here, even if it is just to water my plants, I have to dig out weeds. Like I've got to. I've got to get rid of more weeds because more stuff's growing. And I like this is a good example. I've been away for nearly 2 weeks and the weed regrowth is massive. So it's like, oh, you know what I mean? It's just annoying. So I think I think for now, I'm just trying to keep this allotment as clean and as tidy and trying to keep everything under control until the winter kicks in. And once stuff starts dying again, then I'm going to start doing the building phase. So that's when we're going to start masking stuff out properly, measuring where we want stuff to go. And if we need to take down a tree or or the council will come and cut down a tree, they've got time to do it. And then once everything's dead, nothing's growing, we haven't got nothing growing, we can then start picturing, all right, we're going to have the shed here, we're going to have a fire pit here, we're going to have a polytunnel here, we're going to have the compost area over there. and we won't have to worry about having to keep digging up weeds all the time. Um, 'Cause it is quite a pain, like, it's a real big pain just continuously picking at weeds. And I don't want to start buying stuff for the allotment because at the moment it'll just end up becoming too much, and then we're going to end up overgrowing again from weeds. Um, Obviously, what doesn't help is the vacant plots because all I seem to be doing is the same as my neighbor, is just trimming back vacant plots. Um, and it's hard enough trying to get my own one under control. But yeah, no, I think, like I said, I'm going to do a video soon explaining that and basically saying, like, at the moment, I want to try and make videos, but I'm just literally clearing stuff. But when the winter starts, that's when it's going to start hopefully working. Yes, I will stay hydrated, thank you. I know you're only allowed so many trees. Would step over trees count towards that? Just done. So what is step over trees, sorry? I've seen these done and I'm trying to have some. We're allowed 3 trees in the ground, but we're allowed to have as many trees as we want in pots. We've still got the 5 trees in the ground. Luckily, the council have been very lenient with this premises, as you can tell, because everything's overgrown. But yeah, I'm thinking that. Oh, a good question. And that you've mentioned the trees. Um, do you? Because obviously, some of the I think 2 of the trees might be worth keeping, but not as an allotment tree. Um, I think 3 of them are trees that we probably could just chop down and get rid of, but 2 of them, I think we could dig up maybe and plant it in the local woods because obviously they're quite good trees and just like they don't belong on an allotment. They probably belong somewhere like in the wooded area. But I don't know if you're allowed to do that in the UK. I don't know if we're allowed to just literally go to the woods and then plant a tree in the woods. But all right, I'll leave you guys to that. I'm just gonna start cutting back now. Like I said, I still got a big area to go through. We have got a busy afternoon. Um, they're trained about 2 feet high, hence the name step over. Um, No, I've never seen them before. That's quite cool though. Um, I think they'll still apply though, because it's still trees in it. Yes, good Hugo culture. We've got some little those logs there for Hugo culture as well. But I think, like I said, I think 2 of the trees I think might be worth just keeping or replanting somewhere else. Right. Enough chatting. Let's do this area now. Let's try and clear this nice area out. Nice. So I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? You see like a little trail. That's how I've been walking into the allotment. It's quite cool. Let's get rid of it. Nice. All right, almost done. Nice to have a little break once in a while because that thing gets heavy. In the garden. Oh, okay, that's quite cool. I'm assuming those fruit trees got to be on rootstock then. Oh, really? Oh, that's quite cool. Um, yeah, because I'm assuming it'd be quite loud to be honest with you. All right. All right, we've only got a little bit left. A little bit left. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. All right, neighbors are here. So let's just try and clear out this area. Oh, sorry, the camera. There we go. Yeah, I'm growing apple trees at the moment, but they're all from pips. So I have researched a little bit about rootstock, and it's quite cool how you can put a tree on a other tree, and then the top tree grows depending on the properties of the tree underneath. So it is quite cool. Weed, anyone? All right. So let's tackle the skate problem. The goal was today was to try and tackle back some of the problems on the allotment. Because the inconvenience of having to try and do this gate every time, and it's just a pain. Right, so is this the... Sorry, I'm just trying to set my camera up. Right. So... Right. Let's sort this out. Oh my god. Right. So we have just got overhanging brambles that there's no tomorrow. Um, let me... I'll be back in 2 minutes, Let me get my hedge cutter and some cutters. I need to go to the toilet as well, so I'll be back in a minute. Right. Right, sorry, I am back. Sorry about that. Right, so we got some cutters, and most importantly, I've got my electric hedge trimmer. So, the only unfortunate thing is I haven't really got anywhere to put any of this. So I'm probably just gonna have to leave it in a pile because it's not. Yeah, it's hard because it's not my responsibility, and it's I don't know. It's a bit of a grey area, but let's sort this out. Hmm. Wow. Hold on a minute. I need to cut this one with the pliers. This one is massive. Woo, look at that. What a mess. Oh, what a mess. Right. Fireworks get massive now. Oh. Right, let me show you. Yeah, it's everywhere on the floor. Oh god. Let's try and tackle this. Sorry, let's have a look. Chopping down, further chopping underneath the bush. It would decompose that mulch. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just chuck it straight back up underneath. Hopefully, it might stop it from actually growing. All right. This bit done. It's better. Right. Yeah, no. It's getting there. Yeah, it's lovely. That's so much better. I'll show you now. One So before we could even see the whole side of the gate, and now we can actually open it all. So happy days. So what might now do what you just said just a minute ago, um, and actually push all this underneath, and hopefully just let it just like die off underneath. So let me get a rake a minute. before, so it's gonna be annoying, isn't it? It's never easy, is it? Sweet. Nice. That's another job done. But there is one more thing we're gonna have to do, and that is we've still got to clear the path. So let's get trimming. What fat percentage am I on? 76. Nice. Nice. Happy days. That thriller is an absolute beast. It's done really well. Yeah. Yeah. Happy days. Right. Let me move everything over. Right. So now that I've done what I wanted to do today, which was just little bits of general maintenance, let me get my tools and all that over here. And we can then have a look then at the problems actually on our plot. It's this way. Right. So what was I saying? All these tools sure make you appreciate what the answer is. Yeah, I know. I started off with just doing hand tools. Um, yeah, it got well, even just using just schnips, just it takes a long time, let alone what they had to go through back in the day. Yeah, it must be mental. Um, this one has got to be less than 100 years old because the street that is behind isn't that old. When I say not that old, I think um I think it's 1960s, I think they are. So still about 60, nearly 70-year old. Yes, yeah, I have seen that. Like they are, it's quite lethal though, and having blades on a strimmer. Wiki says 1973 was the first one in UK Birmingham. Wow. Yeah, Birmingham from my area is probably about 2 hours up north, like up in the country. So, um, yeah, that's mental how early allotments were a thing in the UK. Wow. Um, right, so I'm really thirsty. Right, so should we now have a look at trying to get some of these root things out of the ground here? I'll adjust the camera. Sorry. It would be nice one day to actually have my basically Cora's sister said she would love to be the camera girl for my videos, and she's only ever done it once. So one day it'd be nice to actually have her help me. All right. Yep. Lone Shimmer is Midsummer Murder. Yes, it is. That is some serious. That's some serious damage. That is. Right. So the problem we've now got with our barked area is brambles growing through. Now we have sometimes got binweed growing through, but it isn't binweed that's our problem. It is literally just brambles at the moment. The little ones I can take out of my hand quite nicely. Um, and if you're lucky, it comes out with the root really well. I don't know why that happens. Ow, that hurt. But some of them, yeah, look, you can see more of them starting to come up from the ground. Yeah. But some of them I'm going to need to get me gloves because it hurts. Oh. And also, I'll bring this with me, just in case, just to try and like stab at the ground. Yeah, just so it brings a bit more up, because it had another one growing. So lucky we pulled that out. Just put that there for now. There we go. As easy as that. Just put them there for now. Couple here as well. Got this one, which this one here. So it is a little bit harder now to like control these brambles, as in we can't um we can't start digging the ground because of my bark carry on top. But it's quite cool to see that the whole bark has worked somewhat, but it's starting to lose the battle now. You can tell the brambles are now starting to be able to come through. You know. Look at that. Nice. Nice. There we go. Whoa. See, I wonder if you can see it. We've even got one actually in our grow bed, which is quite annoying. Very strange. And also you can now see the three sisters are slowly growing. You can see the cucumber on this. I hate that. Just got to try and now promote the beans to try and grow up, or the peas, sorry, to grow up the corn. They're slowly getting there. They're just not gripping on very well. Right, so what else we got? But I have also, even though this isn't my allotment plot, I have been slowly like digging away at it, try and keep like from here to here clear. So when stuff does grow, it's not growing in my allotment. you go. It's looking a lot better now. Clear this bit out. Now, like I said, we have had some binweed, but the binweed growth hasn't been a lot. It's just been like here and there, basically. Yeah. Don't know why. They're just very easy to pull out the ground, these brambles. Oh, let's not get my head in the camera. I've got a nice batch of them growing here. Yeah, really easy. Really easy. Nice. So now we've got a bit more of a cleared area, and what is still there is, well, has been taken out. I just hasn't cleared it. But yeah, ooh, there's one just up there. Yeah. But yeah, in time, I would like to have everything down there all cleared. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it is slowly coming back over to my side. But that's the problem I'm having. Is literally all I'm doing is just clearing the stuff and then not having much time to do much else. So, like I said, come the winter, hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more. And then we can actually start like putting up some buildings and stuff. Hello, Lisa. Um, G office space. Sorry if I said that wrong. Hi, Josh. How's things? Hope the lavender is doing well and that ivy is not bothering you again. Yeah, lavender's doing great, mate. Thank you. The ivy, um, still give me a bit of an issue with that tree there, one that might be taken down due to it being, well, I think the ivy's eating at it. So yeah, apart from that, ivy's okay. We have still got some on the back fence, but we can deal with that whenever. Now that we know how to get rid of it effectively, by removing the bottoms. Like I said, this live stream, the main big problem we're having is still the brambles. Um, you can see it here. So even I've personally, I have been away. I've been on holiday. Been gone for nearly 2 weeks, and I have come back to this. And here on the camera, there, actually in the barked area, um, we've had a lot of growth, a lot of stuff come through. So, uh, yeah. So it's just a shame because the brambles are so annoying, so annoying. But we need to clear. But we do need to clear up like the paths in between our allotments, as we need to clear it up. Otherwise, all this is just going to start overgrowing on our allotment as well, unfortunately. Uh, joys. Like, it's funny because, um, obviously, I'm assuming most people have got some sort of growing area at home. Um, So when you go home and you do want to keep your grow, like your whole like patio or front garden looking nice, so you do tend to like de-weed that. So you spend most of your time making stuff at home look good, and then you come to your allotment and you're like, oh wow, I got to do it like the same thing I've just done, like but 10 times more. And it's just like, oh. But like I said, I knew what I was taking on when I took this allotment plot on. It's just, yeah, it's just very annoying when you want to try and get stuff done and all you're doing is just rinse and repeating the same problems. But that is the joys of loving a garden. Because unfortunately, you'll find some stuff that just wants to just keep growing, even if you don't want it to grow. And this looks quite nasty. Yeah. Yeah. Does anyone know why this is? Like, why new growth of brambles is so easy just to pull it out the ground? Yeah, because look, that's just so easy. It wasn't like this a couple months ago. Time goes by. Oh, also, just to let you guys know, once I have got the allotment a little bit more organized, so once I do have the borders built, I've still got to find wood and pallets for that though. I'm going to do a video where I go to the, like, not my local car boot sale, but like the biggest one in the area. We've been to it before, where I've been to a big car boot sale and they sell loads of gardening stuff to try and help, like, fill up the allotment. Because at the moment, I have got the tools that James has kindly donated, not donated, but like give us the money to buy. I have also got the Matok as well, that you guys have also generously offered. But obviously, there's a lot of stuff that I don't have, which I will need. So, like a watering can, a wheelbarrow. That's another good thing we're going to need. Um, like storage. We're going to need a lot more growing pots. Like, it's just sometimes you find stuff and you think, you know what? I got a use for that. And then you would know it actually was quite nice on the allotment. Yeah, let's get rid of all these weeds. Right, sorry, let's check the comments. Yeah, it is a never-ending story, Len. You're right. Got my seed potatoes planted in grow bags today, as I live in a townhouse in my area. It's basically concrete. Well, do you know what? Growing potatoes in pots is actually really good. Like, it's very easy as well. I find potatoes are just so easy to grow. So hopefully they grow quite well for you. We have a company here called Chip Drop that will bring free wood chips and drop them off. The quality of the chips can vary, but free is always nice. Yes, definitely. I think how I found wood chips last time was I had to message a local tree surgeon. But if you're lucky enough, if they are doing work in the area, sometimes they just leave the wood chips on the floor, and then you can help yourself. There is an area that I drive past on the way home from work where someone has done work on their garden, where they've had a tree chopped down, and it's the same thing. They've got a shovel there ready. So if I just take my car there, I'm going to mask up the car first though, because from my video before where I just put it in the back boot, kind of triggered a lot of people. And it also should keep my car a bit more cleaner. So yeah, I'm gonna mask out the car. Um, mask out the car, get some more wood chips over here. Need to get some more cardboard as well. So yeah, it's just a slow, steady process. But I think one of the things that I definitely need to try and do is to try and finish the borders. Once the borders have gone up around the allotment, so like the perimeter, so like this thing here, once we've got that up, and it doesn't matter then how clear the allotment is, we then know what room we have got to play with. And then we can determine then where we want to like put our stuff. But do you guys have garden sheds at home? Do you guys like your garden sheds? Do you have, because the shed at my house is made of concrete. Um, don't know why. It's just back in the day the council made um when the council made the houses, they decided to give the the house, like the shed, made of concrete. So a lot of the houses around here are just not houses, sorry. A lot of the sheds around my area are just concrete. So but yeah, do you guys have like wooden sheds or do you use plastic or tin? Because personally, building a wooden shed would be cool, and it would be really, really cool. But I'm assuming tin tents last a little bit longer. And plastic, I assume, would be the cheapest option. But I don't know if they'll be any good or not. Just wondering if you guys have what sheds you guys have got, if you've got any. But yeah, with the concrete sheds though, we cannot have concrete sheds on the allotment though. Like we're not allowed to be doing that sort of stuff here, unfortunately. Also, actually, Lisa, if you're still watching, because I think you are from Australia. Um, how cheap is land over there? Like, is it possible to like live off the land over in Australia? Because in the UK, the land is so bad. Like the land is so dear. Because if I had my own land, then yeah, I could do my own type of shed. We have all types of sheds in USA. Anything you want, wood, plastic, metal, depends on the price. My shed is on a foundation built house. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice big shed. We have an old metal shed in our back garden, and I'm trying to clear out for storage. It needs some serious paint. Oh, have fun with that. That's good. I bet the metal ones as well. I bet they get nice and hot in the summer. I bet once the heat's on it. Let's try and move this camera a bit better. They're that bad, are they? Yeah, no, I've seen some videos of like, well, we get a lot of videos in the UK of the US. Um, as you are our brothers, really like reality. But Yeah, I have seen some videos, and some of the structures over there don't look the best. They tend to make they do tend to make stuff a little bit better here in the UK, but still not like 100%. Yeah. I'm in South Africa. Sorry, Lisa. Yeah, South Africa. And land is expensive here. Oh, can Oh, that's a shame. It's mental how uh like land is so dear. Like it's yeah. But as long as it's still affordable for you to live, like and actually have a nice house where you haven't got to worry about nothing. But I know in the USA they can get land a lot easier than what the rest of the world can, because they have got a lot of land. They've got a lot of land in USA. Yeah, nice. Oh, do you not? Oh, that's a shame. You don't have allotments in South Africa. Oh, that's a strange one. Because in theory, South Africa, even though it is Africa, has got a more like their climate is a lot more suitable for growing than it is in the rest of Africa, if I'm right. Because I think it's a lot more cooler down South Africa compared to like Central Africa. That's a big one there. House of square feet on a third. Oh, sorry, I've missed some messages. Sorry. I find that plastic and metal becomes too hot and they're not nice in a garden. I do like wood. It stays cool in the summer and in the winter stays. Yeah, that's a good idea. I do like wood. I do like wood, like the wooden sheds. It's just sometimes it could be a little bit more costly. Electric fencing, and so you have to be mindful of things as well. Wow, wow. I don't think we've had electric fencing around here. We have a lot of land, but it's pricey, depends on where you're located. Okay. My house is 16 feet on a third of an acre which was 10. Oh, ask. Oh, don't make me jealous. That's a lot of land, that is. That's a lot of land. Well, a lot of land for us. Third of an acre. Oh, that's so nice. Oh. Oh, sorry, Lisa. Let me get these out. I just want back to you. I missed that message. And also, down here, for some reason, the carrots pandula are starting to regrow again. So it's good that we're getting it out. Yeah, let's have some of that. Right. I think we've only got a little bit left. Oh, forgot my tool. Ah, just a little bit left of the brambles in this area. Um, The UK is the only country that I know of that has actual allotments. I'm originally from Doncaster, South Yorkshire. Oh, right, cool. And this is how I know about allotments. So are you actually Oh, so you're actually English, are you? I could still get an Amazon delivery and have the internet. I love to be further out on a good chunk of land. Yeah, exactly. Be out on your own little land, your own little ruler. I would love to have my own, well, I'd love to have like the series, like the allotment series in the future, be able to like broaden off. So it'd be on my own land and be able to do what I want to do properly. As it was a dream of mine when I was a kid to actually have a farm. Like not a like animal farm, as I feel that having animals is cruel, as in for like uh eating and stuff. I like to have like a farm for growing. And sorry, Lisa. I think when it comes to allotment, I'm sure I've had people message on the channel before to say that they've been in like the Netherlands or uh, I think it's definitely the Netherlands, but I'm sure they have allotments as well. Oh wow, look at this one. Oh, it's one long route. Yeah, look at that. But yeah, I'm sure there is other European countries not far from the UK where they also have allotments. Um, right, sweet. So that's that area. Oh, kind of cleared. Missed one. Mr. Straggler. Area. It's more underneath. So there is a couple down the side of this thing I put as well. The US doesn't do allotments per se, but a lot of inner city areas like New York City do have community gardens. Yes, community gardens I think are near enough the same as allotments, but I think it's a lot more like um I want to say like like communal, so like more people get together for it. Where like allotments is just a case of like it's all individual things. Like it's more of like a private thing if you really wanted it to be. You could literally just do your own thing, go home, and not have to socialize with anyone. And the communal gardens, I think sometimes are on roofs as well, aren't they? Like rooftop gardens. They look quite cool. Like you see them on in New York. They look really cool. Ah, talking of binweed, I have more than I thought I did. Right, so now that is that one done. Oh, sweet. We're flying through this now. The stream has been going for nearly an hour and a half. But now the barked area is basically done. We've cut back the brambles, we've cut the grass. So what I'm going to do now is use the hoe that sorry, I'm just setting up the camera. I'm going to use the hoe that I was given. And we're going to clear the rest out with the hoe. Now, I could start digging at these. Like, the ground is uneven as it is. It's really uneven. So that's why I wanted the bark. Once we bark this whole area up, it should then self-level, if that makes sense. It will be a slight slope going down, because if we was to have this completely level, that size be raised up by probably about that much, probably about nearly a foot. So what a lot of you have said is as long as we just keep cutting the tops off the brambles, they should start slowly dying. Especially in this time of year when the brambles are starting to try and grow. as it is like peak summer now in the UK, and we are experiencing heat waves. But you'd think the heat waves with no rain would kill them, but they just keep growing. I mean, everything else I try growing dies, especially in heat waves. I don't think I'd like giving up the autonomy of doing what I want in a garden. Yes, yes, exactly. I'm lucky here on this allotment premises that the people who are like like the committee owners, whatever they're called for this allotment, don't really care. um, they let us just do what we want. I know some allotment gardens or some allotments, sorry, in the UK, they are really strict. I think some people have even said like they have to have a certain percentage of the area actually grow in or covered. Where here we're allowed to just carry on, do what we need to do, worry about it later. Um, but yeah, it would be a very annoying to like turn up to do your stuff and then they're just yeah, you can get some right like a-holes like telling you what to do and stuff. Right, so let's get this out of the way. It's out of the way. Nice. Hey, nice. That's nice and easy. Sorry, there's a couple down here that aren't on the camera, but I need to clear them up. Otherwise, they just keep growing. Nice. Happy days. Oh, it will be nice one day when we ain't got to do this anymore. Right, so now let's do this area over here. Another big area of brambles. I'm in a little village in the Alps where I'm used to spending my holidays. They all sort of small allotments all together where they grow lots of delicacies, but they are private spots of land. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool, nice little thing. What I do like is I have never been. Is that the Swiss Alps or is that the French Alps? Um, but sorry, you might have even put that there. Let me have a look. Sorry, and it just Alps. Um, when you do go abroad to, well, I've just recently come back from Portugal, but it's like it's cool going around seeing all the little villages and all like the areas, and they've just got like farms or they've got their own in their own gardens. You can literally see them from the roads, and they're growing like they've got their own little grapes growing, their own little not apple trees, orange trees, lemon trees, limes. Like it is really cool just to see it all. Like it's like nearly every single like place over there have got their own little gardens which are growing, and then you come to the UK where most of their gardens are used for landfill. It's just full of crap everywhere. Jesus. Nice. Right. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. I will need to clear out this rest of the stuff though, as I think this will probably be the last thing I do today. And let's try and clear the weeds out from the compost area. as that is basically like a disaster waiting to happen. Because if my compost area starts becoming a grow area, then yeah, I've just lost everything. Uh, and it's just gonna be a right pain. A right pain. Oh, Italian Alps, cool. And you just fact that there are more or less a month back in terms of nature and plants growing there. Oh, that's cool. Is that because there's a little, wow, I don't know. Obviously, it's going to be a bit colder up there, up in the Alps. Hmm, that's quite a cool, unique thing. Right. Ah, get out. Yes. Now that is a route I completely missed. So messy. Oh, sounds like fun. Sounds like fun, Lynn. Well, I'm glad you were watching this, or if you just got it in the background just for some noise. Ow. That hurt. That hurt. Right. So I think we are somewhat done for today. Um, yeah, so I managed to clear out majority of the weed problem. We have been going now for nearly 2 hours, but I've got what I wanted to get done, which was the weeds. Um, not sorry, not the weeds. What I wanted to do was to clear the path. This path, we've cleared it now. We've cleared the gate, and we took back a bit more control of all of the overgrown brambles in the area. So yes, it looks a lot. Well, it looks basically how I left it. So all I need to do now is just water my plants, as they probably need a good soak because they haven't been watered. They've had a bit of rain, but not as much as I would have liked. But that's like another thing I'd like to explore in the future of the allotment series is um like water irrigation. Um like I'm finding I don't know about you guys who also have allotments, but I can't come to the allotment every day. Um Basically I have work commitments, same as everyone else does. They got lives. So it would be cool, like once I do start making proper raised beds in the growing areas, that we've also got like a water and irrigation system. So when I'm not here, or if I know I'm not going to be here for a couple of days, it can water itself. But that's like something we can think of much further down the line. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today. Sorry if it's just been the same sort of stuff again, where it's just deep weeding. But I will hopefully be doing a video soon. Might be next week or a week after, where I'm going to be using 30% white vinegar to tackle the bramble problem, which is next door. Um, and then I'm going to address obviously the fact that at the moment, as you can see from this live stream, it's the same old story. Rinse and repeat, take down brambles, take out roots, cut grass, try and clear out a bit more rubbish because I have still got a massive rubbish pile behind me I need to clear out. Um, so I need to address basically what the situation is, and with the trees overhanging as well, that we might need to get them removed first before we start putting structures up. And we might have to wait till winter to be able to do anything, as then nothing to be growing again. But yes, where a black tart could Brambles. Well, at the moment, I've got a green tart down, and it has done. The only places where it hasn't killed the brambles is the outside of the tarp because I managed to grow in like out and up. Um, but basically, long story is before winter, our plan is to get the borders done. So basically, put the wooden borders all the way around so we know how big our perimeter is, get as much cardboard, get as much wood chip, and get as much sheeting down as we can. And then sort out the trees that are in the middle of the allotment, and then think about getting the compost. I did a couple episodes ago, I did say the compost was the priority, but where the brambles and everything keeps growing, I think the main priority is to get the borders, like the perimeter set up, get as much weed detergent down as we can, wait till winter when everything starts dying, and then we start thinking about putting a shed down, putting growing beds down, basically building stuff for next year. So when next year turns up and the growing season starts, we've actually got something here to actually do it with. And I have got a torch at work. It's like a little snap-on, blow torch. I used it in the bonfire episode. So we could try that, or I'll have to try and source like a bigger a bigger torch, but that's a good idea. Um yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's live stream. Um, yeah, so sorry if it's the same old stuff, but I'm glad you guys have enjoyed if you have. And I'm glad you guys have been here to be able to chat to. So, um, oh, like I said, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Right, bye bye.